just want to record your steam. Can everyone see the steam? Yeah, look, talk. Do talking. It's steam. Steam. Hello. I can see right in your mouth. Look at me. Look at me. I have to see your steam. Yeah, I can see the steam. Thank you. Okay, Amazon annoyance, take 3. Look at this. Look at this. Look, 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 look. Look, Alice, please try and demonstrate that this parcel will clearly fit through that letterbox. Look, this is absolutely okay. Right, okay, I'll get them on this one then. Right, look, parcel box. It's clearly going to fit in the parcel box, right? Try it the other side. Try the other side. Try. No. Okay, scrap the whole thing. Scrap the video. Scrap the video. Scrap. Bye. Hey there, everybody. It's Thursday the 25th. It's 20 minutes past 7. I've done working today. I visited Liz at the hospital today. I'll give you an update about Liz later. But on the way home, I heard that Morrison's had some LEGO Minifigs, the collectible ones, the new space range. What is this? Series 26. And went to have a look, expecting them to have none. And they had actually had 2, so I'm quite lucky. Now I'm told that there is a way of telling which figure you get from the barcode on the bottom, this one here. They are different, so I'm hoping we've got 2 different figures. So without further ado, let's have a look and see what we've got, shall we? Right. Now then, can I angle the camera down enough? Look at that, I can. Hopefully you can see that. So, here is the first one. For anyone interested, the number on here is 314S4 009138. So let's see what we've got. So, to start with, here is the leaflet for this particular lineup of minifigs. As usual, there are 12. Obviously, LEGO have gone all in on the space theme this year, which is fantastic. One can only assume they'll do, concentrate on another theme next year. I just don't know. So let's tip it out. Nothing left in there. Nice Starfield sort of base there. And what we have is, let me just put this guy together for you. So he's got 2 faces. He's got like a sort of controlled kind of face and a sort of grimacing almost kind of face. And we put his hair on. And basically he's got like this sort of alien kind of mind probe thingy going on, I think. So, and also he comes with 2 of these, one of which is of course a spare. So I think the idea is that he's being controlled by this little alien. You get a spare one of those and a spare one of those. So that is the first of our 2 minifigs. The next one, 314S4 again. So that's a common number, and this barcode is common, of course. And this one is 03318. So it's different barcode or different number. So let's see what we get in this one and see if we've got something different. I'm confident we'll have something different. Right, so what do we have here? Oh, this is good. This is one I was actually hoping to get. I mean, I want to get all of them. But this one is the sort of space tourist kind of guy. So, oh, sorry, I've missed off his backpack. Hang on a sec. So he's got like a blue backpack. He's got like a colourful sort of Hawaiian shirt and a t-shirt on. And basically, I'm assuming he's an alien that's come to Earth to do some sightseeing because he has a camera with him. I'm guessing he must have bought the camera on Earth because it looks like one of our cameras. Either that or Sony, Nikon and Canon are sort of universal across, you know, well, the universe. Anyway, yeah, there we go. An alien sort of tourist. And he's one that I was definitely hoping to pick up. I am, of course, hoping to pick all of them up, but I was particularly looking forward to this one. So, there we go. That's the two I've got so far. Let's see what other retailers might have them. I would go to Smith's Toys, but they're not on the website yet, and they only let you buy 3 at a time anyway, and also by the time I leave the hospital, they're shut. Argos don't list them yet either, so I think I was quite lucky to find 2 at Morrison's, and that is the end of my mini Lego unboxing. Okay, next we have this very large box that arrived. I am covering the address. I don't actually really care who knows my address, and you've probably seen it before in lots of other videos, but I thought I might as well make a little bit of an effort. Now, I know what's in here, although the box is ridiculously huge for what it is. One of my many spurious, you know, purchases in the past was a MetaQuest 2 and then a MetaQuest 3. And what happened was I've also bought the battery strap, the Elite battery strap that goes with it. And shortly after I bought it, shortly after it came out, I started hearing stories that people were having problems with theirs. Never had a problem with mine. It worked absolutely fine. Started getting these emails from Meta a few months ago saying, hey, we'd like to replace your Elite battery strap because there are some problems. I never bothered replying. To be honest, since Liz has been in hospital, I haven't used it much anyway. So I kind of ignored that. I had an email this week on Monday saying, okay, this is the last email we're sending you. Give us the serial number. We'll let you know whether we'll replace it or not. So I put the serial number in, tiny serial number in grey letters on white, really hard to read. Had to use a magnifying glass in the end. I'm getting old. And they basically said, yeah, fine, we'll replace it. Expect a delivery within the next 8 weeks. The next day, it's been dispatched. The next day, it'll be delivered. Today, it's been delivered. So basically, this is it. Massive box for what it is. So it's the MetaQuest 3 Elite strap with battery. I already have one, of course. As I say, this is a replacement for one that may or may not be faulty, although, as I say, I've never had a problem with mine. They've not asking me to send the other one back. They've just basically given me instructions on how to dispose of it properly. So, let me just, it's only now I realise all these YouTubers who do unboxings, how do you do it with only one hand? Really hard. Can I get it out of here? Do you know what? I'm just going to rip the box because I'm a heathen. I don't keep packaging. I haven't got room to keep packaging. So that can go away. Here it is. Not really much of a surprise because I've already got one, as I say. But there it is. Now, as it happens, what I did was, I originally couldn't get hold of the 512GB Quest 3 headset, and I settled for the 128GB one, and very soon ran out of space. I knew I would. I eventually bought the 512 one, but what I'm thinking is, the old retired 128GB one, I can put the old strap on that, couldn't I? And put this newer strap on my 512GB one. Maybe give the other one to my daughter. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So, yeah, that's my second unboxing today. For what it's worth, I hope you enjoyed it. See you in a bit. So anyway, as I sit here looking very fat on my sofa bed, I thought I'd give you an update about Liz. So yesterday, they have these weekly multidisciplinary discipline team meetings where they discuss complex cases like Liz's, and yesterday they had one of those, and I had a series of very confusing texts from Liz in the morning that were very contradictory and didn't really understand what was going on. So let me update you. They are still talking about ultimately removing the tracheostomy tube. Now, I've made it, again, abundantly clear that this freaks me out and I don't want that to happen because it's Liz's lifeline. Once that tube comes out, and I've said this before on this vlog, we lose all remote access to her secretions, and I've been told they wouldn't have intubated her this time if she'd had this positive myotonic dystrophy diagnosis. In other words, she'd be dead. And this is my concern, is that's a dead end, literally, right? Liz is going to go and see the ear, nose and throat therapist next week. She wants me to go there as well. It's technically an outpatients department, so we'd have to wheel her downstairs in a wheelchair, but that's fine. She's also going to have a camera up her nose and down her throat to check the condition of her vocal cords. She does kind of have a voice, and it is getting better, but there might still be some permanent damage. She might also be able to do this kind of fake talking, which I think is where you sort of burp up air and kind of talk through that. Anyway, the consultants obviously say having a voice is pretty important for your sort of quality of life and what have you. So they want to try and get it working if they can, or at least know if they can't. We don't know whether the damage is potentially because of myotonic dystrophy or if it's just because Liz has been forcibly intubated 5 times now. She still might have this stomach tube, this peg tube, or as they're calling it, a rig tube. But it kind of relates to 2 above. If they can get her vocal cords and things working, obviously eating and drinking is also quite important for quality of life, and you know they'd like to get that working as well, but they can't rule out a stomach tube. Here's the news. Oxford, despite the hospital chasing them every week for the genetic test and making sure it was on track, yesterday they said they'd lost the test. The consultants apparently said lots of 4-letter words when they found this out. And we were initially being assured that we'd have the results this week, because I thought we were on sort of week 8 or 9 or getting close to the end. Turns out we're probably nearer week 6, but anyway, they lost the test. We're told they have now found it, but it's still going to be another few weeks before we get a result. As you know, if it's a negative test, Liz might have to go to Southampton for some more genetic tests. If it's a positive test for myotonic dystrophy, we're going to have to get the rest of the family screened. And Liz's brother is not looking good in terms of his sort of, you know, we think he might have it as well. It all kind of fits together, right? But this is kind of parallel to Liz's discharge plan. It doesn't affect her plan for discharge, and she can't stay in intensive care for the rest of her life, right? So they are talking now about her leaving at some point. We don't know whether she's going to be coming back to rehab or straight to home. Depends what's available. I've made it clear that we've got the facilities here to cope. You know, I've had the downstairs bathroom added, grab handles, a step, etc., to make things easier for her. You know, the downstairs shower we've added has a seat and has handles and all that kind of thing. And obviously the occupational therapy people, when they come round, I'll do whatever they tell me needs to be done. If I need a stair lift, I'll have a stair lift put in, you know. And I've also said if Liz needs to come home with a trachea tube and a peg or a rig tube and I have to look after her and maintain all of this, I'm absolutely prepared to do that. It's not an obstacle. We'd get a care package as well. We might get daily visits from somebody to help out and that kind of thing. We'd have access to oxygen, ventilator, despite what I was previously told by a consultant. If she does come home, I'll probably want to take at least a week or 2 off work, probably unpaid, because I'm very low on annual leave left at the moment, but that's a me problem. And also, of course, long term, you know, if I'm caring for my wife, that might affect work. We might have to make some fundamental changes to our lives. We just don't know. At the moment, Liz is fairly settled in the hospital. Her daily nurses don't spend much time with her in the room because she doesn't need eyes on 24 hours a day anymore. She's got a buzzer so she can call if she needs a suction or whatever. I have worked out from observation and just general curiosity how all of these machines that are plugged into her work. So, for example, if she needs to go to the loo, I can unplug her, take her to the loo, take her back, plug her back in, that kind of thing, without necessarily disturbing a nurse. You know, I'll even measure the amount of wee and just tell the nurse how much it is, you know. The only thing I'm not really sure about is the suction. I know what to do and I know how to do it, but I need training on how to do it because I'm not quite sure how far down the tube goes, that kind of thing. I've asked for this training. I've been assured that I'll get it at some point. And also, of course, if she comes home with tubes plugged into her, she'll need training on how to maintain and keep those clean and, you know, safe and all that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's the current position with Liz. We're still in this kind of holding pattern. Today she's got this thing called a Swedish nose on, which is, so when you breathe through your nose, it retains a lot of the moisture so you don't lose all the moisture from your body. Where she's breathing through this thing in her neck, she's had either a nebulizer or she's had some kind of, you know, there's been water in the system to help her loosen the secretions. The Swedish nose acts like a real nose and kind of keeps the moisture in the body. So she's been trying that today and seems to be doing quite well. So yeah, that's the current position on Liz. I hope you've enjoyed this video and my small unboxings, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.
If you enjoy what I do here, although I can't think why, please remember to click the like button, smash that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. You might also want to check out my website, www.worldsbestestpoet.com, if you fancy a laugh.